Silver was trading near $19 in February, and by October it was at $8.58. A collapse of more than 50% in 8 months, driven by the global financial crisis liquidity panic. When markets seize and margin calls cascade, everything gets sold, regardless of fundamentals. Silver, despite being a hard asset, was sold to meet margin requirements on everything else. The buyers who stepped in at $9 in late 2008 watched silver reach $49.51 by April 2011, a gain of more than 460%. This was the most rewarding crash entry point of the modern era, not because silver was fundamentally cheap at $9, but because the crash had created a disconnection between silver's paper price and its physical reality that the market eventually corrected violently upward. What ended that crash? The Federal Reserve's quantitative easing programs, injecting liquidity, weakening the dollar, and validating every hard asset thesis simultaneously.
Daniel. No, not Daniel. He's not on here, too. No. No. 60,167. Daniel McDanielson. What's up, Daniel? Danny boy. Big Dan. What's up, everybody? It's Coach John in the house. Ready to get coached? Coach you guys to success. I'm going to be the best coach you ever had. Sheba. Hey, hello, Bradley. Bradley. I got a buddy named Brad. I wonder what he's up to. He's probably working. What's up? Happy Pride Month, bro. Pride. Straight pride. Thank you, Bradley. Maybe you're my buddy. Like I said, my friend's Brad. Anyone named Brad is a friend to me. I don't need a jack to change a tire. I just tell the truck to hold its leg up. Can you shout out me? I will sub and like. Jamie Johnson. Shout out. Jamie Johnson. Please hit that subscribe button today. I'm going to be coaching you guys to success, bodybuilding success. Help you guys get bigger, stronger, and faster. Just like the documentary, Bigger, Faster, Stronger. So guys, let's go. Talking about coaching. Can you shout out me and two, please? Shout out Rachelius. Rachel. Shout out Rachel. What are you doing? Just chilling out. I'm going to be answering questions. Bodybuilding talk, weightlifting talk, stuff like that. Happy 6/6/26 for all. Time to wake up. Flex for us. I can't really show you the muscles right now. You're back live. Yeah, bro. We're doing live all night, trying to get subscribers. Trying to grow the channel, grow the business. So, and it is growing. We're getting more subscribers tonight, boys. Cool hat. Yeah, Sheba. Sheba coin. I'm in on cryptos, so I'm in big and I'm in deep and hard. Your cool hat. Any advice on avoiding child support in multiple different nations? Just don't have a baby, you know. Guys, you got to pick the right woman. So you're already paying child support though, and there's no way out. You got to have a good lawyer, and hopefully they'll make it fair. You got to support your kid. So hopefully it's, you still get along with your ex. He says, I'm making her blush. Are you up or down on crypto? I'm down right now. I've made money before, but I'm down today. Everyone's down today. Unless you're shorting it. Yeah. Today's a bad day on crypto. Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, Doge, all down. I got 27 kids in 11 different nations. Well, you're going to be broke for life. Hogs head to a country with no cooperation between countries like Singapore. He's telling them what to do. He's got to go to Singapore. Yeah, that's what you should do then, bro. Snow Squirrel. Good to see you, buddy. You seem like you're always up at night when I do these late lives. I see Snow Squirrel on here. But thanks for being a friend of the channel. Says Bradley says, you are the awesome dude. I'm Coach John, just trying to help out. Trying to grow my channel. You think you could beat 2 full-grown horses in a UFC octagon in a fight to the death with no weapons? 2 horses? A horse would be tough to beat because they know how to kick. So, and I really don't know how to take down a horse. So, I need advice. The IPO of SpaceX makes me want to go off my plan and buy 1 or 2 shares at the beginning. There's nothing wrong with that. If it's only going to be 135, of course you want to participate. Who doesn't? I don't really care too much, but still, I'd rather be in it than not. I don't really want to spend the money. Watch it just freaking skyrocket. I don't know what's going to happen with these markets. It's a mystery. So, but I think my music said they're releasing it at too high of a valuation, so it might be a little bit risky. My life is hard right now. Yeah, I'm trying to coach you to success. What is hard about your life, Shay? Shay Artman. What is so hard? There's got to be a way to make it better. What you think about Big Ben? I don't know about that. You are handsome. I don't like to take compliments from men, okay? I'm a video editor. Suggest me how I can make money. I'm a professional editor. If you're already a professional editor, you're making money, dude. Just got to keep going at it. You got to get better editing technology, better software, better computer, and you got to get clients that can pay, okay? You really got to dive into this and give it everything you got. If you want to become a good editor, it's going to take a lot of work. Your account may be restricted for 50 minutes if the live does not end. That sucks. It's already shadow banned, bro. I lost $50K today, brother. $50,000 loss. Yeah, that's a tough day. A lot of people lost more than you. There's people that lost millions. But you're in good company. We're all losers today. We all lost money today. I am from the Netherlands, so I usually see you online when it's evening here. Okay. It's morning where you're at. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. The Netherlands. 50K isn't a huge down day. As long as you don't panic sell. But I don't know. I'm a Fortnite bro. I used to edit for clients. I'm struggling to get clients because I'm from Pakistan. Well, I'm not going to be a client. Yeah, you're from Pakistan, bro. Yeah, you could do something else on the side too, Editing, that's more like you got to do that part-time until it explodes. So I would just say do your editing part-time. Do something else to make more solid money. That's what I do. I do stocks part-time. I do YouTube part-time. I got a job and I got a solid income. So 5% down. I was down about a lot on my silver, but I'm still bullish on silver though. It's going to be manipulated short term. Pakistan, better brother, how are you? I'm pretty good. I've been making video games for 27 years. Laid off with no jobs. I'm trying to make a living with trading stocks. Don't try to make a living trading stocks. Make a living somewhere else and trade stocks on the side. You're trying to make a living trading stocks, yes. If you're trying, you got to have another income, okay? Wait till you're actually doing. Once you're actually a successful trader, only then quit your other job. So you should have another job probably, dude. That's what I would recommend for you, is just do trading as a side gig. If you try to force yourself into day trading full time and you get all the pressure on you, you know, you might not be successful because it's too much pressure. So I like to have another income source. Editor by night, still hustling. He's a lawyer and an editor. Wow. Do you support Israel? Yo, let's connect somewhere. You mean SpaceX is overpriced? Build wealth with the stock market. Don't make the market your job. Yeah, I'm usually right about a lot of things in life because I have a logical approach. But with these stocks, you're never going to be right all the time. You know, and if you're right a lot, then pretty soon you could be wrong. If you have had a really good winning streak, then a bad one could be just around the corner. Snow squirrel. 250 price to sales. Yeah, that's crazy. Highly overvalued. So just be careful, bro. You know, if I was going to do it, I would buy it right when they release it, and then I would watch it and then try to figure out where I want to put in a stop loss. You know, that's what I would do. But I'm not interested in it. Because SpaceX might really develop and get huge, but it's going to take a long time. It's going to be many, many pumps and dumps along the way. So maybe wait till the dump, you know. Everything is dumping, you know, but like I said, everything can be dumping, but the markets are going to be looking for that one thing. Maybe that one thing is going to be SpaceX, you know. Like today, some cannabis stocks did well. Why get a cow in the house when you can get milk from the store? Because if you have your own cow, you make your own milk, and you're saving money. If you buy it at the store, you're paying for the processing, the shipping and handling. Okay, it's better to just do it, get your own cow. Unless it takes up all your time, then just buy it at the store. That's why I buy paper plates, because I don't want to milk my own cow. You know, I don't want to wash my own dishes. I want to just get a paper plate and just throw it away. Price to earnings 250, which is wicked high. That's price to sales. Good value is 1, but less than 10. 250 is gross. They know that too. You know, these market makers, they know that it's way overpriced, and they know that a lot of people are going to pay it anyways. So of course they're going to start it high, you know, and once they get all the people to buy it, maybe then it'll dip down. Everyone's going to be sucked into this thing on day one because they've been pumping it up for so freaking long. Of course there's going to be buyers lined up for SpaceX. Yeah. Unless they want to short it as soon as it comes out. But the insiders will know when to do that. You won't. You don't get it, never mind. I have over 1 million invested, but days like this is hard. Days like this are hard, bro. Trust me, you know, I'm on the weekend. I'm trying to have a good time. And I got to deal with the markets crashing, you know. I got to deal with my net worth is dropping today. Malibu's most wanted. Okay, that seems really high then. I saw that there is already a large amount of people placing orders. Just like I said, They're going to buy it at any price because these guys are, a lot of them are new. They don't understand what my music understands. So there's going to be a line, and I'm just scared about that line. Scared to get in it. Vic says, I trust you. She trusts somebody. John, you are an investor, like you do trade in gold and silver. Yes. I buy and hold gold and silver, and also I like platinum, copper, and nickel. So I do the 5 metals: gold, silver, platinum, copper, nickel. Mainly I do silver because it's the industrial metal. The demand for silver, it looks amazing. Okay? And these banks have an insatiable demand for gold as well, you know. I think these banks are going to be buying gold the lower it goes, you know. Yeah, the banks are not afraid. The smart money is still going to be buying gold. But I do trade, yes. It's not whether SpaceX is a good company, but the stock is overvalued. Cisco is a good company, but if you bought it at all-time highs, you're at break even. Maybe, but I'll buy just 1 share and then see how it goes. If it drops a lot, maybe buy more. Yeah. It can come out overvalued and stay overvalued. It's such a big risk and a gamble. And these newbies, a lot of the new investors, even myself, I don't understand how much of a gamble it really is, but my music just told me it's a gamble. It's highly overvalued. But SpaceX is going to be the most hotly talked about. Everyone's going to be pumping her up. Buy the and shovels for SpaceX. Buy the picks and the shovels. That's going to be good. I said it's something called like freaking triple berry or something like that. That sort of things is why I stick with broad index ETFs, silver and gold. But SpaceX makes me want to go off my plan. I think you should go off your plan. Because if you don't, you might regret it. Okay? I don't have a desire to buy SpaceX, but you do. And it's not going to cost you, really. If you lose money on it, so what? Maybe it'll go down. Who cares, bro? You're going to be trying to fulfill your goals. You got to take a risk, you know? And what if it comes out and it skyrockets? You know? I think you should just go for it. I ain't, but I think you should. You're very interested in this thing. $5 billion last year. Yeah, these companies, I don't think there's a lot of profit in it for them. And they're definitely in their growth phases, so you know they're going to be dumping shares. I don't care about that stuff. I'm not. Right now, it's just I stick with what's solid, gold and silver. And also, crypto is really not a solid investment by any means, but that's where I'm going with. What comment? Silver 3 to 4 months before it was going up. Now it's too low in price. Do you have any prediction? Will silver go up or down in the future? Yeah, I should probably light this before I answer that. you know as well as I know it's going to do both. But long term, I think we're going to be looking at well over $100. So what happens in the short term? Don't know. I think it's logical to believe that silver could keep dumping because of the narratives with the rates. So gold and silver went up on the expectation of rate cuts, which never manifested. So this is just a trade unwinding. So yeah, the silver trade is it's unwinding for now until it bases. Okay, now is $50 going to be the new low, like Peter Schiff says? You know, that's what he said a long time ago. 50 is going to be the new low. So here we come down again, back down to 50. We'll see. Schiff going to be right. 50 is going to be the rock bottom. So with silver, I would just set a goal, you know, how much you want to buy for the year. And then try to buy it every once a month or once every 2 months, 3 months. Just slowly build. 5 years from now, you're going to be happy you did. You'll be like, what dip? You're not even going to remember today, bro. And yeah, we might remember this day for a little while, but we're going to forget it. You know, we forget about these dips. They're not going to be remembered that well. The gains that are coming are going to be remembered. You don't want to get out of these markets and miss out. To rake up cash. Interested in Anthropic IPO. Well, I'm more interested in it too then. I know you just mentioned it. If you buy at IPO, expect to lose 50% within the year. Look at the Figma IPO. Stock IPO 90 went to 120. Yeah. I'm not bullish on SpaceX. No. Maybe like really, really long term, just like with silver, you know. With SpaceX, it's even riskier. It could really come down. What are you talking about? Crypto. All right, guys, subscribe. Gotta blow out the candle. It's my birthday. SpaceX is a great company, no doubt. Starlink is wicked. Doesn't mean the stock is a good buy. Yeah. My buddy taught me that you can have, you know, a good company but a bad stock. For sure. He's a crypto bro. Not your average crypto bro. Light it. Don't hide it. Hey, bro. I need a streamer to give me a streamer hun. Thanks for the advice, John, and my music. Got to keep a level head. Crashes are all part of the game. We'll just see how much more we crash next week. Hopefully not at all. Yeah, it's going to get crazy, guys. It's going to be a big show. What's going to happen on Sunday night? Well, what usually happens? Gold's going to go down. Silver's going to go down. That's what we expect to happen. That's what should happen. Well, maybe that's not what should happen, but I expect gold and silver to crash on Sunday night. I hope it's not too rough, guys. But as I said, the trade is unwinding because it's all about their interest rates. I told you that, guys. I told you that 2 or 3 years ago. And what is the issue right now? Still the interest rates. And the jobs number was good today, which was going to be fake. But yeah, bodybuilding. Does steroids make your balls tiny? Yes. Yes. You're going to lose about 50%. That's what they say. I've done tests before and some designer steroids over 20 years ago, but they didn't make it any smaller because I didn't take them long enough. Okay? If you take testosterone for a long time, your balls will shrink up. They'll get like peas, you know. It'll be like peanuts. It'll be funny. But as we know, Rich Piana said, if the balls look smaller, it makes the dick look bigger. So, and if the dick looks bigger, the muscles look bigger, it's all that matters, right? And your brain is bigger, okay? Google owns 7% in SpaceX and 12% in Anthropic. Shit. That should tell you something. That tells you something. Anthropic. The anthropic principle. I got to look that up. What's the anthropic principle? That's like a real thing in science. But yeah, it's a stock too. Alphabet will have a 150 billion unrealized gain. $7 a share stake if you buy Google. It's talking about trying to get guaranteed money. Buy Google to buy SpaceX. Okay. That makes sense because they do hold it. But what if they sell it? You know? Maybe they only hold it because they got a crazy deal. Because I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe you got to think about that. And I'm sure they did get a good deal. And now it looks good that they're holding it. But I am a contrarian. I often go against other people's views. It's just the way I am. It doesn't mean I'm right. Okay? I don't know what these are going to do. But EPS and the FCF. Yep, earnings per share. I don't know how you know so much about stocks and you know so much about training. Okay? You blow me away with your knowledge of stocks and training, you know? You have, that just means I'm behind. I got to get studying more. You have some good information. Music. That's interesting about Google. Didn't know they invested much earlier in other companies. Oh, yeah. My boys got wicked good information. 1 billion when SpaceX started. They were the first, like with Visa or something. Now it's worth 150 billion. Yeah, they got in at a much lower price. I don't know. It's a wonderful day, guys. Very warm. I still have this on because I do get cold. We'll get the gold chain out. So you guys know I'm legit. As always, stop skipping me. What is your question, Jerome? Jermarie Johnson. He says, remember me. He says he's back. You're back from where? I don't remember Jermarie Johnson. No, I don't remember that name. Maybe you were from TikTok. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know where I know you from. So he's back, he says. But yeah, it's gonna be a great summer. Gonna do a lot of leg training, a lot of improvements in the cardio and my leg muscles. So also looking to hopefully gain a little bit more muscle in the upper body and increase the arm size a little bit. I want to get the arms up to 16 inches. Hopefully this will happen. I gotta put on more mass overall. I gotta do the 5x5 program or start going heavier, you know. Yeah, it would be cool to do like a 5x5. What if you lowered it to like, you know, you lowered the weight like a tiny bit and then you did 10 sets, 5x10, or I don't know. It just feels to me like that'd be a logical approach. Find a weight pretty close to your 1 rep max. And then do like 3-4 reps. Take a rest. 3-4 reps. Take a rest. Just keep on going like 10 times. I think that would be pretty effective. You could. I mean, in theory, you would have the energy to keep going for 10 sets. You know, why stop at 5 sets? It's only 5 reps. You know, seems like you, and that is there are different programs. So there's a Russian program that's 10 by 10, I think, 10 sets of 10 reps. But I'm curious about testing these different theories and getting some actual bench press and start testing on a bench press and on a squat rack. That's what I need to do, you know. Someday I'll have a big house and I'll have my own gym. Play around with the rep scheme. Think total volume. Yeah, all these, there's different equations to calculate the volume and all that, but yes. So 8 sets of 3 has the same mechanical work as 3 sets of 8. Yeah, same mechanical work. So does it build the same amount of muscle? I think in theory it does, but I don't know. You know, I think different people's bodies would actually respond differently to those as well. So it's highly variable. But you gotta play around with it, like he says. Gotta play around with it. It's all about the volume. So the volume is maybe all that matters. Starting martial arts again this summer after a break of 6 months to do work. Any tips on going again? I fear the judgment of the people when I come back again, honestly. If I was trying to get back into martial arts, I would start right away to focus on the strength building techniques. Lots of push-ups. Do push-ups on your knuckles, because that'll strengthen the hands too for breaking boards. So you can just walk right in there after a couple weeks and just start breaking boards, and it's not even gonna hurt your hand. So yeah, do those push-ups like that. Be very, very explosive, because that's what karate is in Taekwondo. It's just, you know, fast, explosive movements, maximum power. Start training for strength. Just start to hit those weights, and that's going to give you the confidence to step back in to your training sessions, I guess. And you already have a lot of the skill and shit. You did it before, you said, so you should be fine when you go back in there. You're going to remember all the techniques. I wouldn't challenge anybody your first day back in. All right, definitely don't challenge the sensei. But yeah, you can get back in there, dude. You have to. So it doesn't even matter how you feel. Just like when you're in high school and you got to give a speech, you have to give the speech. You know, even if you feel nervous, you just got to go in there and just start training. You could just try to ramp up your training real fast. You know, that's what I would do if I were you. Just go in there and just start doing some light sparring right off the bat. And that'll get you back into the swing of things. You know, in practice, no. Hello, I'm a soldier. I do martial arts. That's cool, bro. He does martial arts. It's not even that late yet, so I don't have to work tomorrow. But probably right now the channel would be growing better just with shorts. But the shorts won't get any attention either right now. I've already maxed out the limit. Yeah, there's like a limit on YouTube. If you make too many videos, then your videos won't get any views, and they'll just get like 0 views or maybe 2 or 3. And I've hit the limit, but the limit actually goes up. The more you go live, the more you post, the limit goes higher. So it won't cut off your videos as much. But you got to get a lot of views in the past 48 hours. You got to just keep pumping it up. That's what I'm trying to do this weekend, is just, I want to get up to like 20,000 views in the next 2 days. So today and tomorrow. So really tomorrow I got to do 80% of the work. But we'll get there. YouTube is a great opportunity. Keep telling myself that. No, it is a great opportunity. For those that keep strong, keep going, it's going to pay off. Like and subscribe to the 4 people in here. Thank you, bro. Because sometimes we will get that person. We'll have, you know, There's only 4 people, but sometimes we will get one. We'll get a subscriber. And then they'll get excited about getting into shape and lifting weights, getting their shoulders bigger, their arms bigger. And it just boosts your confidence so much when you start training. So, but with martial arts, I'm not really, I wanted to do martial arts when I was younger, but never really got the opportunity to. So I just watched karate and taekwondo whenever it was on TV. But I think a lot of boys do, you know. And I watched mixed martial arts. But you know, karate, it's like a point system though. They teach you a lot of stuff that it looks pretty, but a lot of it is not actually that functional when you're facing opponents that know these different styles. You know, if you find somebody, you're fighting somebody and they know taekwondo, they know what your specialty is, they're going to possibly be able to counter it. So that's why you got to have more than one specialties. You got to be able to fight on your feet and fight from the ground. That's the whole key that we learned from UFC #1 with Royce Gracie, the Gracie brothers. That's when the whole world found out that you got to be able to fight on the ground. You got to have more skills. Otherwise, a lesser fighter might be able to defeat a much greater fighter. If the greater fighter, you know, Kimbo, or there was this one guy in the UFC, he was about 500 or 600 pounds, but he got demolished because it's a bad freaking fighting technique in the real world. Once you know that your opponent is huge, you can know what techniques to counter him. Just run around in circles and then try to jump and hit the guy's head. That's what worked. I think the guy just about broke his hand. Gerard Gordeau. He's the one that fought him. Yeah, Gerard Gordeau. Scrappy little fighter back in the day, you know. That's a fight that every man should watch just for... It should be on YouTube more. You should see that one more. I've never done any MMA or anything. Not my thing. Yeah. Strength is not gone because my physical job as tree worker for now. Now this sensei, I will not challenge. That man can break my ribs with one punch. You got to learn how to do that to somebody. Well, it's not that hard. You just got to practice your strength and shit. But yeah, it's about explosive power. I've always wanted to break the boards. When I was a kid, I used to punch this. I made this wall thing, and I used to punch it. I used to do the 1-inch punch, and it would strengthen my knuckles. But my knuckles have always been pretty hard. I think that, you know, everyone's are, you know. Steven Seagal, got a regular Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal he might not have as much skill as he says. He's just all talk. He's a tall, big dude, but he seems like a wimp. Seems like a wimpy guy. He's just all talk. And they say he was not easy to work with. So he's just got a massive freaking ego superiority complex. That's Steven Seagal. So, but he had some good movies and shit. But he had some bad ones too. Under Siege. Okay? Movies were not that good. Music, it's not for everyone. I like to learn, fight a little. It gives me confidence. Fighting is a cool thing, definitely. And certain techniques can help you easily win. You know, if a fight goes to the ground and you know how to do a Kimura, you can break the guy's arm. You can even break the guy's arm even if he's on top of you. Okay? So just learning some of these techniques can be valuable, especially if you live in certain places. If you live in a rough area in the Bronx, I think it is important to learn how to fight for sure. You got to learn technique. Especially, yeah, if there's bad people that walk around dealing stuff, got to learn to fight. I don't really need to know how to fight, but well, I mean, every man should be able to defend himself. Right about Shotokan Karate. Look it up. A contest of Kyokushin Karate. It's the real karate. Kyokushin Karate. That's the real deal. But yeah, the karate that they teach in these dojos is kind of laughable because they don't teach you the freaking death techniques, how to actually do the most damage. And when you're in a life or death situation, I'm going to do the most damage. I'm going to try to break the guy's nose or the temple or elbow to the back. So you should learn these techniques. You got to do real karate, bro. You can train speed, strength with weights, huge. Certainly with the bench press. I wonder if you could do leg training that helps your kicks. Probably even squatting would help your kicks. Or you really need that, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that good of a trainer. I don't deal with freaking karate students that want to improve their kicks. But that'd be good. Okay, do you just fart? No. AO is bling bling. What does... we'll get this guy out. Yeah. Pause. You're too small to fight. I can fight, bro. Okay. I don't want to, but if I have to, you know, if I'm pushed to my limits. Bling bling boy from Johnny Test. Robbie is mad and he has never felt the touch of a woman. Wow, bro. How can I make the most of my girlfriend? I am only 15 years old. How can you make the most of her? Bro, I wouldn't even really be thinking about women if you're only 15. I would use all that sexual energy and use a technique called sexual transmutation and put that into work that can earn you more money and try to get a house, a nice car, and get all that shit. Try to do it fast. Try to start investing. You already have a woman, so you got to find out if she's the right one that is going to be worth sticking with. So that's really what you got to do. She's worth sticking with if she wants to build with you. You know, if she's not opposed to your goals, stuff like that, then I think you should just probably keep her around and see if that keeps on developing. But don't forget about working and saving money. Women can be a huge distraction, bro. At only 15 years old, you got to learn that a lot of these women are going to be very fickle. They're going to say there's one thing about you that they don't like and that they're sorry, but they found somebody else, okay? So you don't want to invest too much into her when you're that young. I think that is probably going to be good advice for you, buddy. Okay? But you shouldn't... Maybe you should invest a little bit, though, if you think she's good. That man is in his 60s, but I swear he would destroy most men 20s to 50 years old. He trained for 40 years. 40 years worth of knowledge and skill. But at some point, he is going to get slower. And, you know, he is, of course, you know. At some point, he's going to slow down and he's going to lose strength. You can stay pretty strong in your 60s, but you're definitely going to lose speed and endurance. Your punches are not going to be as good. So, you know, I'm sure he could be challenged and he could be beaten by some of his students. He probably also, you know, likes to show the fact that he's a master by different skills and stuff and make you think he's invincible. But eventually he's going to go down. Everybody does. Eventually someone will beat him. I'm not trying to hate on your master though, okay? I'm just yapping. Most martial arts masters do live videos for wandering around in the streets at night. I'm not a master, bro. Ouch, man. Male pattern baldness. I'm not going bald, bro. Why would you say that? That's rude. And for real, on the right side of your neck, you have lone hair that sticks. Speed strength is built with strength first, 5x5, 3x3, then converted to speed. Polymetrics like chain exercises, clean and jerk. Yeah, that's some advanced shit. That's like a pro technique. That's probably what pro football players do. Shit like that. You know, we should do that shit too. Got to reach our peak this summer, guys. That's what I say every summer. I'm going to reach my peak. I'm going to be able to do freaking 24 pull-ups. I'm going to be able to do finally do a muscle up. You know, I can't even do a muscle up. I still can't. But I got to focus more on the back, and I think I'll be able to hit it this year. It's hard for me to do a muscle up because I think my arms are so long, and I really got to fight gravity harder than most people. Okay. Click the like ASAP. I love these state streams. Wild. Yeah, bro, I've seen you here before. Wild boy. You were never attractive or handsome. Wow, bro. Brutal. Strawn Strickland, where are you from? I'm staying single for a long while. Don't want to pool up my money with someone who is completely financially irresponsible. Try to find a woman that's good with money too. It's a good skill for anyone to have. Yeah, you gotta find a woman that doesn't get into too much debt. That's a problem. They get expensive cars. A lot of women are just like men. They want to have an image. They want to look good. Everybody, all people are the same. You know, I'm no different. I want to look good too. Trust me, I'd love to go buy a 2018 Subaru Outback. You know, or I'd love to go buy a nice Toyota Highlander or a 4Runner. But we must resist a lot of these temptations until the time is right. Until you can afford it like nothing. Then you buy it. Until then, we continue to invest. My music is already leveled up to the point where he can buy a nice car, you know. So we got people here of all levels. We got people on this channel from the straight up noob level to the expert level, which is an amazing thing. Last time I tried, it came down to $1,500 to spend every month after bills, saving a little. $1,500 to spend. I mean, that's good. Even for the two of you. Okay, even for the two of you. If you learn to, you know, since there are two of you, if you both try to improve, you know, you get cheaper car insurance, you know, you spend a little bit less on certain food items, or you go out a little bit less, you know, maybe you can bump that up. If the both of you are trying to, you could probably bump it up a little bit after a good 6 months of trying and hard work. You could get that up to 18 or 1900. You know, you always got to think about improvement. That's the most important thing. Well, one of the most important things. I believe it's the combination of scrapping and inventory. I'm not sure though, I need some guidance. Strength curve. Strength with weights is slow strength. So you're strong, but can't develop force quickly. Force equals max acceleration. You got to practice moving strength fast. Okay. And today I was a little bit, I did some more explosive push-ups, I think. But really, I got to do way more than that. Push-ups aren't really going to build much muscle on me. You know, a little bit. Should see a little bit of improvements, but I got to start to do benching, decline bench. Crazy spending $1,500 as fun money. Yes. you got to save as much of that as you can, and it will grow. Okay, you're gonna have days like today, but yeah, it will grow. You know, I got multiple different investments, and I think right now they're all going down, but that'll change. Not settling for someone who thinks I have money to spend when they get with me, LOL. You know, as a man, though, it is your duty to spend some money for the family and all that. So that could be expected. But going above and beyond, buying her, you know, a car, like nice cars and shit, and paying for her to go get her nails done and all that shit and her hair, no. So you got to draw the line. You got to know when to draw the line, and you got to stay very firm. And if you waver, your woman's going to walk all over you. And let me tell you something. Almost all men waver. 90%. You know, that's what makes me an alpha male. And some of you as well. Because we're in that 10% that we don't waver. When we draw the line with our woman, we say, you can't pass this level. You can't go out to the bar drinking. We actually hold true to that. Most men will cave in and say, okay, you can go have a good time. They will, trust me, because I've seen a lot of things. So most men have no freaking clue. They let their women walk all over them. Think of it like throwing a penny, throwing a feather. Feather is lighter. Why can't you throw it further? Yeah, that pisses me off, bro, that I can't throw a feather very far. It's always boggled the mind. It doesn't have any mass to it. This AI movement is legit. Yeah, they're really building all these data centers and all that. Yes, the AI is legit. Yeah. So, you know, I was saying there's going to be more unemployment, and then the job numbers came out today that says the employment is good. Force you can apply against the feather is less than the penny because the mass is less. I gotta do more explosive movements. So, yeah. Or find a part within the rep where it allows me to be very explosive, like we talked about with the squats. Whoa, dog barked. Yeah, I gotta get bigger, bro. I gotta get bigger this summer. No doubt about it. Gotta get big, guys. I just laid down boundaries for a woman, told her if she continues to drink and go out to bars, I will leave. She did just that, and I stood my word. Yeah. A lot of the times they don't call, okay? And I know that's sad. But that tells you a lot about her. It tells you that she was just going to give up on you that easily. And she'll make you think that it wasn't easy. They will try to manipulate you every step of the way. But yeah, that is easy. If she's willing to take going out and getting drinks over you, over her potential future family, her life with you, all the good times in the future, she was going to give that up just to go drinking with her friends, you know? And her friends are just going to give her bad advice. She's probably going out with single friends, okay? Her friends told her to leave you if you didn't allow her to do what she wanted to do. Her friends were able to get to her. Probably because they're possessed by demons themselves, especially if they have, yes. All right, guys. Let's get serious. But it's fun stuff. Just have fun. I don't accept that when a woman goes out drinking with her friends without me. Nah. Certainly if she goes without me. That is definitely not acceptable. So sometimes I could allow that if I go along. And that's your choice, if you want to allow that or not. And then she's got to deal with your decision, or she's going to go. She's going to leave. So you did the right thing. Donated 300, bro. 300. Dude, you're so gracious. So gracious indeed. Josh, $300, bro. What am I going to do with that? I'm going to buy crypto. I'm going to buy Shiba coin. It's a game of chicken. Who will call first? But you're already done. You put your foot down. You have to live by it. If you take it back, she'll never respect you again. Yeah. Right. It does seem like it once you lose the respect, then they act differently from then on. So once they lose respect, they don't get it back. That's brutal. That's the brutal truth. Sometimes, anyways, that happens, yes. Brutal. College, academically, socially. Oh, no, I never went to college. My music could potentially give you advice on that, but I would say focus less on the social gatherings, focus less on the social, I don't know if there's a term for it, but don't worry about that stuff, about associating with people. Maybe you could make some good connections for possible business in the future. But a lot of the people in college, they party too much. So just focus on that academic part. That's what you're paying for, bro. You're paying for academics to get a degree, not to go party. If you get invited to a party where there's like tons and tons of women, and I wouldn't turn it down, okay? But don't go out seeking that. You got to seek knowledge in school. I have moved on mentally already, focusing on my health, my finances, and spirit. Yep. The health, I'm all about that. The finances, yep. And then the spirit. So knowing where you're going to go when you die and your connection with God. And that helps a lot of people. Whether you say God is real or not, I say he is. Whether you say he's real or not, having a spiritual connection is beneficial. It's already been proven, bro. And prayer has already been proven as well to actually work. But I don't intend on getting into that. I hope price doesn't go up till the 25th of June. Then I can buy shares not at all-time highs. Maybe some silver bullion again. I wouldn't mind buying some silver bullion myself. I haven't added to my stack in well over a year. Probably, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I haven't bought silver in a long time. I'm ready. I hope price doesn't go up till, yeah. In college, be yourself. Don't lose track of the goal. You can lose yourself in parties and girls. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. In my humble opinion, XRP is a steal. It's down to a $1.10. Why is it a steal though? Because it usually goes back down to 50 cents. So how is it a steal when 50 cents is the floor? The top now, as we know, is somewhere around $3.27. So now the floor could actually be lower than 50 cents as well. So, but who knows with XRP? I'd say we're going down and then we're going to go back up. How long, if XRP goes down to 50 cents, how long does it stay down there? That's a good question. Maybe until the next Bitcoin halving. So maybe XRP is about to drop a lot. You know, what if Doge even goes down to 2 cents or 4 cents? Of course I think about this stuff, guys. What if Doge goes down to 2 cents? You know? Whew. And I decided that I would buy. So I would keep on buying. I'm prepared for anything, guys. I'm prepared to lose all the money that I put in on crypto. You gotta be a little bit crazy to get rich, okay? If you guys want complete safety in every investment, that's not me. We should have high risk and low risk. And definitely my crypto is the highest risk. Since I don't hold any options, my highest risk investments is crypto. Famous female, Katy Perry, yes. Someone get this man a wig. Of course, I am the only one who thinks Katy is a total babe, or am I alone? Well, yeah, she's a babe, I guess, but I haven't seen her lately. But I mean, she was a babe. Crypto took all your hair. That's a fair statement. No, I've lost hair before crypto went down. But yeah, crypto. Crypto took my hair, bro. I should make that a video. How crypto took my hair. Guys, I just got so depressed and so anxious. I didn't know what was coming next. And I decided to hold crypto until the very bottom. But little did I know, it would cause all my hair to fall out and cause mass depression and suicidal thoughts. Hopefully that's not what I'm going to. You're all about to find out very soon. Okay, guys? Hit that subscribe button. I got silver bullion during the pandemic at 15 an ounce. Yes, it was very cheap back then. I didn't buy any down at 15. I was starting to buy at 20 and 24. That's when I bought. And that's really where I bought most of my silver, is between 20 to 24. And then maybe I bought a little bit at 35 and then I cut it off because I wanted to go, I put more into the stocks. She's dating Justin Trudeau, Canadian Prime Minister. His wife of 25 years left him and started dating Katy Perry. That's insane. I always think of Kevin Trudeau. Whenever someone says Justin Trudeau, I think of Kevin Trudeau. This guy was all about natural cures, and he got sued for promising cures. So yeah, Kevin Trudeau. He used to be on all the infomercials. I'm sure you've seen him. Kind of like that, the guy with the diabetes. You know, everyone knows about the diabetes guy. You're looking like G8RP. G8RP. I think that's a peptide. SpaceX. Yeah, shit, dude. I got to get on some peptides and shit like that and some test. I believe staying diversified when it comes to investing is key. Yes. That's why I do like to hold 30% of my wealth in precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, mainly. Shout me out, I subbed. Shout out to Liam Holt. Shout out Liam Holt. Liam Holt. Shout out Shiba. Shout out Shiba Inu. 504. Shiba Inu. Can you believe it? Yeah, these are the crazy times. It seems like the times are always a little bit crazy, but now it's a little bit crazier. It's getting crazier. Kevin Trudeau. Speed reading and memory. Dude, he did speed reading and memory infomercials too. Oh yeah, he did talk about that. He did like every freaking sales infomercial and shit you can imagine. And he's still around. That's gonna be me, bro. I'm gonna probably pop off sometime, and then I'll probably die off, but I'm still gonna be making videos. You know? Work is taking my hair. Slowly. Keep investing to retire earlier. Investing should make your hair grow more, I would think, because it gives you more confidence in your future. Then wrote a book during cancer with mushrooms and tonics. Yeah, I knew I wasn't the only guy that knew about that guy. I knew I couldn't have been the only one. Yep, curing cancer. I feel for coworkers who don't care about investing and think they are going to retire comfortably anyway. You don't have to feel for them, but I don't really, for the most part, feel for my coworkers' lack of. I don't feel sorry for my coworkers' lack of investment knowledge. But I still teach them anyways. But ultimately, it doesn't affect me whether they buy silver, gold, or crypto. It doesn't matter to me if they buy the bottom. You know, I don't care. I think it's good if they do. So I talk about crypto at work sometimes. Oh yeah, I tell people to buy it too. I'm like, you got to get in on this shit, bro. You know, ICP. This is the one. So I got my one buddy to buy a little bit of crypto, but I want him to buy more. And people, it's just, life is expensive, so they don't really have like tons of free money to invest. But I tell them, you know, you got to do it. You got to make it happen. I'm telling you, ICP is going to go sky high, bro. It's only a matter of time. Even if we got to wait for 2 years, I'm going to wait for 2 years. Okay? Even if ICP goes down to $1, I'm going to buy it for $1. So, like I said, you got to be a little bit crazy. You got to be willing to go where a lot of people are not willing to go if you want to get rich. Okay? If you really want to make $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000, you got to go where no one's willing to go. You got to buy the bottom. So I'm proud that I'm a little bit crazy. I'm happy because I know I'm going to be successful. Work is taking my hair though. Yes. I feel for coworkers who don't. What else? You should not attach so much value to looks. No, I think that could be wrong. You know, looks always matter. Women know that when you say that looks don't matter, that you're lying. They instinctively know this. Okay? And you instinctively know this too. It especially matters a lot. Men for centuries have been attracted to women. Men have been attracted to women for many reasons because of their long, luscious hair. That was a sign of health. Facial dimensions. That's true beauty, is a lot of the facial dimensions and everything. These things are very attractive. And it's because of reproduction. Okay? It's all instinctual. But sure, we can definitely love people that are less beautiful and, you know, I know I'm never going to find a 10 out of a 10. Okay? I don't know where else I'm going with that. Your blue hoodie is precious. I ask a question. You should not, so, yes, beauty is important, I think, especially if you're a man. If you try to make yourself look better, your facial hair, your hats, your chains, I think that can help. Okay? If you want to look real good, if you're going into a job interview, so you're going to want to put on your biggest chain and your best hat. You got to look like you got it going on. You know, you got to look like you have money. They don't want to hire broke people for the job. If it's a high-end job, you got to be looking the part. All right, so you get on your best watch. If you're going in to try to look for a job, become a lawyer, you really want to dress up. Okay? Looks matter. You know, you think it only matters from that potential employer? Nope. Matters from everybody. Okay? But with good looks, you could also attract haters. All right? I'm attracted to whores like Katy Perry. What about Bonnie Blue? She's pretty hot. But I got one friend into investing. He has more money now than ever before and will keep going long term. Yeah. Well, that's good that he's your friend for sure. If someone's my friend, of course I'm going to feel bad for them if they don't have any kind of a savings. And I'm going to tell them, you know, buddy, your future's coming and you're not going to have anything. What are you going to do when the price of gas goes up to $20 a gallon? You know, and freaking it's $10 for 12 eggs, you know? So I try to get my friends to invest. You should do that. But don't hound on them too much. Just tell them like once a month or something. Then if they start getting upset, you could tell them once every 2 or 3 months. Because some people can't handle it. If you tell them to invest or to change their lives, they just can't take it. They'll even get mad. I figured that out about human nature a long time ago. Very strange. Many people, it seems like they are possessed by something that's not allowing them to improve. Like when you try to help people, it's like they're possessed by something. So yeah, you cannot help everybody, bro. But shout out Sheba. Why so disrespectful against people? Disrespect. I don't know if that's the exact word, but I think all people are evil, all of them. You know, but I don't have disrespect for some people, maybe, if they disobey the word of the Lord. I don't know. Maybe I would disrespect them. Don't waste your life with taking so much shit. It's going down, dude. The markets are going down, yes. Stock market's going down, but we'll see where we go. See where we go. All right, guys. Let's go. Hit that like button. Subscribe. I wish I had a grill right now. A grill and a girl. And an actual grill to make some burgers. Then, and then you get the price of silver moving up a little bit. Everything would be great. It's going down. No, not Bonnie Blue. Mandy Moose. I don't know who that is. I heard something strange. Wild animal. Yeah, but yeah. A lot of these, yeah, well, I'm not gonna go there. But come on, guys, 3 viewers. Well, I definitely think we got a couple subscribers tonight. And I think we're going to probably get a few more right off the bat in the morning or overnight, potentially. Get a few more right off the bat. And then tomorrow we'll go live again. Hopefully get a few more. And then maybe we'll do a live workout, get a few more. So we're looking at probably getting 12 to 15 more subscribers by tomorrow night. So it's slow going, but we're trying to climb up the YouTube ladder. Have you smoked yet? Yeah. I already did. I want to make more joints, bro. I don't know what time it is. My watch says it's 7:58. It's Welly time. W-E-L-I. W-E-L-L-I. Some kind of place in the world. That's what time it is. You're not doing regular lives, so they're suppressing your views. A couple of weeks ago, you had 45 people in your right live. Okay, yeah. That's true. I'm not doing regular lives because I just had to work for 9 days straight. So if I can really buckle down and go live every morning, then maybe, you know, because we got to get some real growth happening. It's it's too, fuck. We got to get some real growth on the channel. So I'll try to do that. Live every day in the morning. I was trying to, but I stay up so darn late, you know. I got to pull it together here. It's 1:30. Okay. That's not even late yet. I didn't even sleep that much, but I don't feel tired. Which is a little strange. Maybe it's the creatine. Strange. As soon as I started taking creatine, I started getting up at 8:30, 9 in the morning. But of course, I try to go back down to sleep. Okay? Especially it's easy because I have the THC vape. But I think maybe the creatine makes me wake up. I think that could be true. It stimulates the brain more, maybe. I don't know. You still got to train legs. That's late. Peter Schiff, the death spiral has begun. Bitcoin, tech, and all cracking. Yeah, that's what Peter Schiff says. It's all cracking. Yeah, today it is. Today it's cracking. I can see a further sell-off happening. Like I said, XRP is not yet at 50 cents. The market will not fully capitulate until they allow XRP to go down to 50 cents. XRP is well ingrained in the beast system. We can look to XRP. I know that seems crazy, but we can look to it to see where the whole markets are going. In part, obviously the Dow and the Nasdaq are still at record territory. So the connection is really not as strong, but you know, when XRP hits 50 cents, that's when the bottom is in. It's scary. It's a scary thought. Why do you think I just mentioned ICP at $1? Because that's a reality in my mind. But we're going to see where crypto goes, guys. I'm going to stay strong. It's a crazy weekend. They crushed us, dude. They crushed us right on Friday, as always. Fucking brutal. You know, I didn't even talk to any. I talked to you guys about the markets dropping. You know, I don't know what other people are saying, but snow never do. But sometimes I procrastinate. Yeah, we all procrastinate here and there. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla. He says he's Elon Musk. Bro, I don't really care who you are. If you can help us get more views, good for you. Elon Musk seems like a good guy to have around. So, what time right now, bro? It's 1:30 or so, 1:30 in the morning. Sun don't come out yet till about 4 or 5. Nice bike ride today. Very happy. Got the endorphins flooding in the bloodstream. Muscles pumping. Rock hard, you know. Pumping iron, pumping the pedals. That's what I was doing, pumping those bike pedals. I like how my ear is bent. He's a handsome, please don't say handsome. Wanna meet Elon Musk in real life? No, I don't. I've already seen him. I've already met him in real life, bro. You know, when you see somebody interact with other people on YouTube, you know what kind of person they are in real life. I've already seen his responses to many questions. I have no so I don't care. You know, just because he's a super genius doesn't mean he's right about everything. That's what I figured out about him. It doesn't mean he's completely honest either. So I don't care to meet him. I'd meet a million people before I try to meet Elon Musk. Okay? Wish my eyebrows were a little bit deeper, a little bit better. Maybe then I could ascend. I think the bone smashing is helping a little bit. Beautiful. Do you go on a bike ride? I saw your new bike video. Yeah, I did a couple little videos. Bike riding is so amazing, dude. The feeling is incredible. Once you get, there's so many endorphins that are released from a bike ride, and it's just to go through that grueling pedaling just nonstop. It just makes you feel great mentally. That's why I always was into biking. It just makes you feel super good. And I've never been into running. So biking for me is like a runner's high for a runner. I get a biker's high. Imagine that, bro. I get high from riding a bike. Why do you think I used to do it every single day after school? You know, I've always had bikes, and I wish when I was a kid I had better bikes though. I wish I had like really high-tech bikes back then. And I wish we had a house and we never had to move, and I just kept all the bikes, kept everything, you know. But there's no point in. I'm quick 40 miles this weekend. Oh, this guy bikes. Luna. 40-mile ride, 40-miler. Wow. On a bike, that's not too crazy, but that's pretty far still. I mean, you got to be on a comfortable bike. If you're not comfortable, your butt's going to be hurting you after 40 miles. But you can do 40 miles on a nice road bike, you know, and those things are pretty quick. I would still think it would at least take you, what, 3 hours or more? How long would 40 miles take you, I wonder? I got that from long distance hiking, 10 to 35 kilometers. Oh, hiking. Wow. Hiking is great for you. Oh yeah, the hiker's high. With heavy backpack, just walking is great cardio and strength training. How long have you been on Saban? I'm not on that, bro. Yeah, that's opiate-like drug, but we don't do that here. That drug is highly abused. It's probably abused 98%. Probably vast majority of people that get Suboxone, they sell it and then they go buy a real drug. Okay? Talking about 90%. That's what people do. Yeah. It's crazy. All this freaking prescription drugs are being abused. The doctors know it too, you know? Would you like to criticize Mr. Donald J. Trump as he engrossed Americans into Iran war? I criticize him for the vaccine. The war situation hasn't fully played out, but so far it has hurt the American people. Okay? So far it's hurting us. I'll just leave it at that. Trump is still very positive, you know, and a lot of Trumpers are still very positive. I simply do not care. I will just wait and see. I'm not for Trump. I'm not against him. I simply do not care. Just watching back. I'm just sitting back and watching the show. You know, I was really for George W. Bush. I liked him a lot. I thought he was a cool dude. And he was like went to freaking Bible school and stuff like that. I always liked George W. Bush. But ultimately, I think he's a jokester, a prankster. Probably never should have been president. But I'd love to smoke one with George W. Hey, bro, can you shout out Wayne Carr and Hugh Jass? Shout out Hugh Jass. Lewis request is sofa. Lewis request is sofa king. We ta did. All shout outs welcome. Shout out Shiba. Shout out Bitcoin. Shout out Dogecoin. Shout out VeChain. Shout out Pepe. Shout out Al Capone. William Capone. He ain't even here. Shout him out. Message is held. Shout out, bruh. Shout out to the bruh. Shout out to my crypto bros. And all of my hoes. Shout out to my juggalos, my juggalettes, ICP fam, and the other ICP fam. You shouted that out. Yeah, bro. Love doing shout outs. A good shout out, there's nothing like it. Passed out at the homie's house. Now all my homies saying I'm grippy. I don't know what that means. It's probably I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to mention it. Yeah. Damn juggalos too. Shout out. Shout out to the juggalos. I got an ICP CD right at home. So I'm a juggalo. But I act very different than most. I'm an intellectual juggalo, if that makes more sense. Message is held for review. You got to keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Shout out Katy Perry. Joke break. Yeah, we got to shout out Katy Perry. The song Alien. Try playing that with a 15-inch subwoofer. Pretty cool. But you'll probably be embarrassed by all the people that are watching you listen to Katy Perry. So you got to do it in a very secure place where no one is watching you. All right, bro? Don't listen to that shit in front of your wife, okay? She'll think you're a joke. Man is listening to Katy Perry. Okay? Damn, you're like a juggalos that margarine's a tire shop. Two men walk into a bar and then they buy it. I like that. Like a juggalo HVAC tech or something. Juggalo HVAC tech. Yes. Yes. Juggalos can be HVAC techs. Absolutely, bro. Okay? My wife likes Katy Perry. I'm just playing. I'm sure most women do. I like a couple of the songs myself. And I do have, I got a Katy Perry CD. All right? I'll just say it. I do have a Katy Perry CD. I haven't listened to it in about 15 years, but it was the one with Alien on it, the good one. What do you think about monthly paying dividend ETFs like JEPI? Yeah, Gregory Manarino is all about that. He's all about JEPI and JEPQ. And they're not even down that much. Okay? Hell yeah, bro. Heck yeah. Buy them. Fucking sell calls on them. Generate some income. Use those dividends to buy more, Start off slow. And then once your investment grows, maybe stop putting in new money, and just let the dividends do their thing. So yeah, JEPI, JEPQ. Shout out JEPI. Shout out JEPI. I don't hold that, but it's on my watch list. But yeah, Manarino was really pumping that sucker up. He's like, oh, I love JEPI. The dividends are insane. He's like monthly dividends and shit. Yeah. I don't know if he's gone off his rocker or what. I haven't been watching Gregory Manarino. He looks like the Wolverine, though. Wannabe vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice. What are your thoughts on coins that are about to go vertical, like Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu? I like them, but they're not available on most exchanges. So you got to have your own wallet that's associated with one of these companies, Moonshot, or some of these different companies that you can hold them in. Yeah, but I like that. I like that a lot, bro. Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu. It definitely sounds like something I would invest in, but it's not on Coinbase, bro. So it's not available to most people. I would say it's going to be even more manipulated, more risky, by far, than most other cryptos. Come to Turkey. I should. Come on, guys. Let's go. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We're going live daily. Still going at it. 4 people in here. Nike. Shout out Nike. Shout out Gold. It's real. What do you think of stable coins? SoFi just put out a stable coin. I don't even know, dude. They're like linked with other things like the dollar or whatever. Maybe their gains might not be that big. That's what I'm thinking. Stable coins, I don't really know, but I think they're just stable. They're just designed to be more stable. So I really don't know. Maybe I was researching stable coins a bit and I just decided against it. That's basically what happened. I was researching it a couple of years ago. It's just something that didn't appeal to me. Stable coins. I'd rather just buy the cryptos or the stocks. Buy some bike stock, John. Cheap. It's been like 20 years. Bike? A bike stock? I got to check that out. Oh, Nike. Damn it, it's Nike. Nike. I did some planks today. But yeah, Nike stock. For sure. Nike has all the major contracts, with so many basketball players. Yeah, Nike is really good. Nike is probably a pretty safe bet. But Tesla's coming down. It's still expensive considering it's about $390. Nike stock is beaten down. Nike. All right. Nike. I could talk about Nike stock. I could do like a Nike stock video. That'd probably be a good video, dude. All about Nike stock. Is Nike stock a buy or a sell? I think that'd be a good one, a popular one. I should buy 1 share and then I'll make a video on it. How about that? What's the topic that y'all were discussing about here? Well, the topic is supposed to be bodybuilding. Bodybuilding and fitness. €124 seems small, but that's every month. €1,240. 100 a month is not even crazy to get with something like that. That's about it, guys. Why you not sleep? I will. I'll sleep soon. Sleep very soon. I sleep like a baby. Okay? Nike is down 67% in the last 5 years. Nike, it's cheap. Yeah, there's also a lot of competitors that I really like. Mainly is Brooks. And I think Brooks has so much more to offer than Nike. Nike's got style. Brooks now has comfort and style. There's some good Nike shoes, don't get me wrong. But I really like Brooks. But, Nike is one of the biggest games in town. There's not that many massive shoe companies like Nike and Brooks. We got Adidas, Saucony. There's some other good shoe brands, but Nike is definitely one of the top. You got to check in before going live moving forward. Sorry, bro. We got a coin. Invest your life savings into Harry Potter Obama Sonic in Ucoin. Safe investment. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Sonic. That's probably his own coin. Dude, I gotta buy that coin, bro. All those clothing and footwear stocks got cheap after tariff day last year with China. Dang, and they're still cheap. I gotta get some Nike. That'd be a good diversification. You straight this time. Thank you, bro. He sent a gold coin. That was worth that was worth 5. That was worth 5 cents, I think. Sick. Thank you, bro. It's not my coin, LOL. I just love it, so I named myself after it. Yeah, bro, I'd probably name my kid after Shiba Inu. So, I get it, bro. I get it. Most of them are still cheap. Are you physically fit? Yes, I am physically fit. I'm also a certified personal trainer. Trying to get certified in the nutrition course now, but I haven't had time to. I did get some kind of a bodybuilding certification. Like it's a basic one. But nevertheless, it is an actual certification that, you have to pay for. It's something. It's a start. You're 40 dressing like 18. Bro, I'm 22. Okay? You've been muted. No one can see you. You muted this bro. Bro just got muted. Sorry, bro. You ever been jumped before? Not yet. Not really. Maybe like when I was in 5th grade or something, some of the kids would jump me. But not really. One of my buddies, he was jumped. And he said he fought most of them off. I don't know. I think he did. Me and him used to train. We used to train together. Martial arts techniques, and he got jumped. And he did very well. He actually choked me out once. Yeah, he choked me out. So he's good. I believe his story. Hey, bro, I have Down syndrome as well. Mad respect for streaming. Thank you, bro. 40. I can't believe you, man. You look like a 28-year-old guy. For suggesting the best stock. That's why I got muted. Shit, bro, I don't care. If you got muted, I'm sure someone had a reason. All my moderators have been fully vetted and have passed all my tests with flying colors, I might add. Okay? I didn't mute him. He's in the chat asking if anyone can see him. I like your hairline. He says, am I muted? You're not muted, bro. But you're going to be muted in about a second. Okay? I don't have any control if my moderator wants to mute you. You weren't muted, LOL. Gang stalker. This guy's asking if I ever been jumped and shit. What kind of a question is that? Ask me how much I bench press. More than you, pal. Yapping might get you. Yeah, that'd be funny. This channel blows. Sometimes it does. Today it definitely blows because the freaking price of silver is tanking. It's a very depressing day for the channel. But it'll get better, guys. It's just everyone's having a bad day in the markets. Even people with a 401k, it's going to be way down today. But guess what? It's going to be up later. This isn't the real crash. I don't think it's here. I really don't. We're going to see a bigger run in the stock market, I think, first. And it should trickle down to all the smaller stocks too. We're just not seeing a major top. So any crash should not be a major crash until we hit a major top. Okay? Then the major crash should come. But we'll see. If I'm wrong, that would really suck. Major crash just hits us right now. We just get demolished. Games Workshop. It beats profits by 20% every year for 20 years. Wow. Games Workshop. Gets what's going to blow this crypto that I'm holding. Why is silver tanking? Because the jobs report today it says we created 200,000 jobs. So that means that the economy is good. Supposedly, it means that the jobs are healthy. So they don't need to cut rates to help the unemployment situation. That's very, very bad for silver. For silver, we want to see the interest rates go down. It's not what we're seeing right now. I predicted that would happen, but it just hasn't happened, hasn't manifested. So I'm either early or I'm wrong. We'll see. Earnings are still good. Yeah, many companies are having good earnings right now. Shit, bro, the big crash ain't coming yet. This is just a minor dip, I think. Yeah, scary. They're trying to just shake people out. I've been telling you, this shakeout is going for months. They're going to try to get you to sell your crypto almost every single day for months. Most people are going to get demoralized and they're going to sell. Okay? Not me. Not us. Let's hope that's not my famous last words. We need an interest rate hike or earnings go bad. Yeah. Then we could see a much, much greater sell-off. For now, I think it's still slightly a risk on before a crash, and it'll be a V-shaped recovery. Every time it seems like, a lot of the time, it's a V-shape. I think after the tariffs, it was a good V-shape. Yeah. You should make a coin and rug pull it. Yeah, I wish, bro. I don't want to rug pull my freaking people. And it's questionable how much money I could make anyways trying to do a rug pull. I don't think you even make that much money. Maybe if you got like 1 million followers and they all buy it. There's a muscle car over there. Whatever you do, don't sell. Wild. We don't time the market. Timing the market is nearly impossible. You can sell when some of your stocks really become overvalued, and take some profits, but timing the absolute top or the absolute bottom, it's very hard to do. Cooler, nope, we just buy when it goes down. That's what the strong people do. They'll buy when it goes down. If you're weak, if you don't have any money, then you're not going to be able to afford to buy the dips. So you got to learn how to be strong. You got to have a job that pays enough money so you can stay strong, so you can invest. And you got to stay out of debt and not buy things that you can't afford. Position yourself to become rich. I bailed on Palantir and Pan W piled into Bark. So this guy sold a couple stocks and he bought one called Bark, BRK. We add to portfolios, we don't sell and try to get back in. Never works. And you miss upside when you weren't rich. Yeah, guys, we got time on our side. I don't see this thing going any other way other than the bubble stock market is just going to keep getting into a bigger bubble over time. I do not see it going the other way. Okay? So definitely if you're young, you got to start investing. You're going to become rich. I might start selling crack or over crypto. This guy is a real gangster. Don't get into the selling that stuff. You sell today thinking the market goes down Monday. then it recounts 4%. So you buy back in, then the market drops 3%. That's typically what's going to happen. It's going to shake so many people up, and it's called chop suey. They're going to get chop sueyed. So that's what's going to happen. I'll probably get a huge rebound, and then I could drop again, and it's just all to screw over the short-term traders. So the insiders are going to try to make all the money just by causing fear and panic. That's not right. It's not right what they're doing. All this fear and panic. Nvidia is still overhyped. Right. I think Nvidia is one of the most overhyped stocks. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, the market maker is manipulating the liquidity to keep the price up a little bit higher, I think. But I don't know for sure. Micron took a dip. Nvidia is still overhyped. You do my music. Market timing has worked in my favor. Some people are good at market timing, you know. We've all been able to time certain things, you know, at certain times. If you're into multiple different stocks, we've all had good timing here and there. Maybe this guy's got really good timing. You can try to time the market on the short term or the long term if you want to. Do whatever you want. But a long-term buy and hold strategy is suitable for most. And you can do a long-term buy and hold, but still do some day trading too. That's what I recommend. You got to have your account for just long-term stuff. Okay? And you can have another account for day trading if you want. Or swing trading. You can buy Keenan soccer mirror languages for cheap, but now soccer works if you're good enough to beat out all the pros and take their spot. All right. 18 likes in here. How much for a Keegan soccer team? Yeah, we got to get these likes up. We got to pump it up, guys. We got 8 viewers in the house. I almost ended the stream like 4 times already, but I'm a glutton for punishment. Swing trading is cool. Oh yeah, that's what I do. But I like to think that I'm going to have some of my stocks for years. I'm going to have certain stocks for a very long time. Certainly in my Roth IRA. And then I'll just freaking take a little bit of profit once in a while and just buy only what I need, you know, and let it just keep growing. Buy what I need to start sell only what I need to start my business and get a house and all that stuff. Whatever. Kenya is an African country and it is dirt cheap there. Probably only be like $5,000 to do it. Kenya. You should buy some land in Kenya. Build a mansion. You could start a whole freaking ecosystem in Kenya. But yeah, TerraWolf. Yeah. They pivoted to the freaking becoming a data center for computing. They pivoted away from the Bitcoin. So they did exactly what they needed to do, and they're in a perfect location. I said TerraWolf was going to go way up because they got the water, they got the power, and that's what they need, water and power. And then, of course, they're working on more buildings and stuff. So TerraWolf, we knew that was going to be a pretty good one. Turns out it was even better than I thought. Went from about $2.40 to $26. So it even did better than I thought. There were times where I figured, yeah, maybe it'll go to 45 bucks. Of course, at certain times I believe that. And now I think that could certainly still happen. I dumped Wolf will load up. It wouldn't necessarily want to load up on it now. It already appreciated massively. They've already done share offerings. I'd say there's no guarantees with TerraWolf. I couldn't issue a buy offer. When I had a buy offer, when I was telling you guys to buy it, it was way cheaper. I would never tell you to buy it right now. As good as I think it is, you know, we knew Tara Wolf would be good also because the leadership team. The leadership team is amazing. But, you know, the price went up so much, it's like, it's not attractive anymore. Maybe it still goes to 100. But then you have to live in Kenya. And we've got to remember, guys, it's always about finding the next big winner, finding the next big stock. Yeah, Wolf had a good run, you know. InnoData had a good run. What stock is yet to run? That's what we got to look for. I think ICP is really the key. I think that's the next Wolf, ICP coin. So that's what I think. We're going to find out. What is something better? I'll try to find something better too. I'm always looking for the newest, the best investment. Then you have to live in Kenya. Kenya's not such a bad place, dude. As long as you got lots of solar panels. Yeah, if you got solar panels in Kenya, dude, you're going to get sun all day. You'll be having tons of power for AC units. But the thing is, if you made a nice house in Kenya, it would get stolen. There's gangs in Kenya. Any thoughts on Shiba Inu? It's in a bear market, shit, dude. Highly volatile crypto. And it's just crashing with all of the other cryptos right now. Huge sell-off in the markets. Interest rate hike fears. So my thoughts are, the only important factor is how low is it going to go, and will it recover? That's all that matters. How low it goes, maybe it get cut in half. Okay, maybe Shiba Inu can get cut in half from here. Maybe not. Maybe the bottom is already in. So I think that the best course of action is just to keep buying on Shiba Inu. Keep buying. That's what I'm advising to all my members, is to keep buying Shiba Inu. We're going to be buying the absolute low, and you're going to be able to say, I bought the low on Shiba, you know. And if you're smart enough to sell it, you'll probably make a bunch of money. You'll probably make 10 times, a 10-time return. But most people will not even sell it. They'll just keep on holding it, and then it's going to go back down. That's the truth. But I'm going to tell my members when to sell. But it's not going to be for a while yet. You don't have to live in Kenya. You hire some licensed coaches to train them. Good idea. Good idea. Facts. How low is it going to go, and are we going to buy at the bottom? If you buy it every couple of weeks, you know, you're going to buy pretty close to the bottom. If you buy crypto every day, you'll be buying the bottom for the whatever day it bottoms at. You know, you're never going to buy the absolute bottom. But if we buy once a week, if you buy $50 in Shiba Inu once a week, you're going to buy the bottom. And if you hold, if it recovers, when it recovers, you could potentially make 20 or 30x if you buy the very, very, very bottom. And that's a good possibility that we could make 20 to 30x on Shiba Inu. But if we're going to make 20 to 30x on Shiba Inu, either it's got to go down more, or it's got to make a new record high. So, and I think that both are going to happen. Both. Shiba Inu is going to drop a little bit more, and it will make a new record high. So I think that's potentially going to be 15x or more from the bottom to the top. We're looking at 15x, and nobody's even talking about Shiba right now. Everyone's fear and panicking and talking about SpaceX. Nobody's even talking about it. The quiet before the storm. That's where we got to be mentally. Crypto, Shiba Inu. Even as we have talked about, stocks like AVGO, SoFi, And of course, Petro Brazil is down in the 18s. You know, it's drifting downwards. There's people that are slowly getting out and selling because the price went up a bunch and they see something else, you know. I'm going to keep holding my Petro Brazil. Could go down. I'm always thinking so freaking realistically, you know. Could go down to $6. That would be a massive drop. But then I'm going to buy it. I'm going to make sure I always have an income. I always have a job so I can keep on buying crypto so I can buy the bottom. That's the most important thing right now. It's just that we got to stay focused. We got to save every penny. Every penny. We got to start investing in cryptos or stocks. Every penny, guys. Doge looks like he has great upside. Oh, yes. Dogecoin could potentially hit a new record high at over 70 cents. You know, it's far away from that now. We would need Bitcoin to go to probably 160,000 for Doge to make a new record for enough bullishness. But I think that is going to become a reality. We're going to see Bitcoin 160K. We could see Bitcoin, once interest rates really come down, guys, it's going to be crazy. We're going to see $300,000 Bitcoin and shit like that. But the world is just passing by so slowly right now. Seems like an eternity just to go through every day. It's hard for people to think in terms of long-term investing. That's why it's so hard for people to invest. Check out Veil. I've heard of that. I'll try to remember it. Veil. Vision looks interesting stock. ICP going to 10. Yes. Well, the theory is on that one it could go to 50 or so, or it could go to 100 or 400 or 1,000. You know, that's the theory, is that it is possible because of the technology and how good it is that it could blow up and really skyrocket. But I'm somewhere in the $20 to $25 range on ICP. Just as we saw TerraWolf go to $25, I think we could see ICP go to $25. So I'm prepared for that reality. Potential reality. Steel stocks are down well. Steel is down. Shit. Steel is down. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I don't think anyone here is really too new. But yeah, I'm gonna end it and have to roll up another one. Probably come back out and who knows. I don't have anything planned for the rest of the night other than just to exist and probably go watch YouTube videos for silver. I was gonna watch the Jerry Banfield ICP video today. Check out Jerry Banfield. You're either probably going to think he's a genius or a freaking nut job. I think he's a nut job that has somehow stumbled upon ICP because he is pretty smart and he looked into the technology. He got hyper obsessed and he dived into crypto so deep. Not a genius, but he's well researched. For sure. For sure. Check out Jerry Banfield ICP. That might be how I discovered it, is through him. And he only took one payment from ICP, which was, I think he got paid in around $20,000, $20,000. and he made a few videos for ICP. That's the only time they ever paid him. So right now, I think he's pretty sure he's working for free. So just like me, working for free. No, we're working to build towards growth. All this shit that I'm doing right now, this is eventually going to pay off. We're going to figure it out. Either we're going to start doing more consistent live streams. We're going to figure this out, guys. We're going to wait for the next bull run and then pump up the crypto market. It was insane how much my TikTok was growing. I would get well over 100 subscribers on my TikTok just from one live. When the bull market comes back, the YouTube algorithm is going to support anytime I say crypto. If I say the word XRP, the algorithm is going to make me get more followers. And that's going to happen. It's coming. The channel will be blowing up. We're going to probably hit 10 to 20,000 subs. At some point, it's going to blow up. Until then, it's going to just do nothing. It's just going to slowly grind. You will get there. I'll get there. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get there. We will get there. Shit, dude. Yeah, it just seems like every day is a slow grind. That's why guys are so eager to get into fast women and bars and drinking. Just really slow down and settle down. Life kind of slows down. It's tough to handle. That's why I keep working. I keep busy. Life is just slow-mo. Dailies. With dailies, I can get more views probably. Okay, we're going to try. Obviously, I'm going to go live tomorrow, right off the bat. Probably try to hit a live as soon as I can, as soon as I get up and dressed and showered. Then we'll hit some more videos at the park. I'm going to bike ride to the park and we'll do more bike videos. I'll throw in a couple knife flipping videos. And we're going to go for at least 10,000 views tomorrow. At least. AVGO is a great buy, a great stock. AVGO, yes. The chart looks great. The company itself is great. Everything about it is good. It's just fear that's taken over the markets right now. That's actually we can use to our advantage. You know, we can use it to our advantage by buying these things, these investment instruments. Shit, guys, I really pumped up the biceps today. Dude, I hope they're going to grow a little bit. They should. I've been going heavier on the biceps, so it should hopefully get it a little bit stronger, you know. As Mike Mentzer said, a stronger muscle is a bigger muscle, so that's why I've been thinking about the strength, your 5x5 so much, is because of what Mike Mentzer said. Stronger muscle is a bigger muscle. I gotta work on the strength techniques. All right, I gotta do it. I gotta set my mind on getting stronger and start to write down the numbers, my bench, my squat, and all that stuff. And just focus on increasing the numbers. And then as the numbers increase, in theory, I should get bigger. So 40% free cash flow. AVGO, baby. Wow. And check out, I mean, everything's going down. I gotta look. I was gonna buy some DJT, Donald J. Trump stock, but also GameStop is down in the 20s or so, or 19s. So GME really crashing hard. I'm even, I mean, shit, dude. I'm lucky I haven't even lost more, bro. These markets are brutal today. Shit, dude. This is what the hell is gonna happen? You know, I wish I knew. I wish I could tell you guys, But as my music said, it's going to probably do something and shake everybody out. It's going to go up, down, up. Just after this move of 1,000 points in the NASDAQ, I think we could see another big move. Certainly, at a very minimum, the NASDAQ should move 500 points on Monday. At a very minimum, we should see a big move. Trust me, the markets are hyped. Everybody's on edge. It's going to move. It's going to move a lot. So it might jump back up. We'll see. Forward PE is 34 with a 67% year-over-year growth from 2027. Cheap AF. It's going to 600. Yes, I mean, that's great. But the stats don't mean that the stock is going to perform always, but it should. Shit, dude. It's just crazy that, silver court metals and all these silver and gold stocks are reporting really good numbers, but they're crashing. But that's just the way it goes. The markets are going back down for today. Buffett said, if you can't handle a 20% dip, then don't trade. Yeah. And most people can't handle it. They can't trade. That's why they get out. I've gotten people into different investments, and some have stayed and made good money. But I think people get out more so, especially with crypto. I got people into crypto, and then they 2 months later they said, oh, they're losing money, and they get scared. Obviously now that was a good idea, but they should buy back, and they won't. Okay, that's the key. If you get into crypto and you get scared and you never get back in, that's the worst thing that could happen. Is a potential investor gets ruined by the markets, and that happens a lot. ABGO is worth 500 right now. Damn. It will get there as time goes on, no doubt, unless something happens to the fundamentals, and I doubt it. Okay, I wonder what Bitcoin's doing. Shit. Probably about the same. It looked like it was kind of flatlining. All right, I'm going to get going. So I'll be back tomorrow, all right, for some shorts and some live videos, giving advice on freaking bodybuilding, investing. We're going to keep hammering away. We're going to keep getting it, guys. You guys too. Keep on getting it. Work hard. That's what I do. I work very hard at my job. So we just got to keep it up, keep hustling. We got to be good with our money. I'm going to buy the dip, and then just keep on buying and hope for the best. I've already studied the markets. I think I know what's going to happen. It's just a big shakeout right now. I'm bullish. I'm ready. I'm going to buy the dip. Let's go. Do you know the Redo Burger was released in 1989? Rodeo Burger. No, I don't do that. I didn't know that. We don't do the Rodeo Burger. But it is very popular. Everybody asks about it, okay? All right, I'm going to get going, guys. If you got any more subscribers, hit that subscribe button now. I don't think we do. Rodeo Burger. Yeah, we don't do the Rodeo Burger on the highway. So I'm sorry. We don't do the damn Rodeo Burger, bro. I know it's good. The onion rings are very addictive. Okay, they're very good. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Get those Burger King onion rings. Go buy yourself a Rodeo Burger tonight.